As I conclude, I want to raise two M's and bring them together. We've got, Mamta is with an M, but I want to raise money and Mahila. Because many believe that the big national picture, we just discussed it briefly, that you will now have more and more money thrown just before the election. And the Mahila in particular, the woman voter has come here. Ashutosh called it a capture of the state. I want 1 minute each from all of you. You start, Swapan, on that one. There are those who believe that what the BJP has done very cleverly, targeted the Mahila vote, like Mamta herself has done in Bengal, and Jayalalitha did in Tamil Nadu, but also put in a lot of money and resources that they have into election. They have no shortage of resources. Ashutosh calls it a capture of the state and the institutions, including the Election Commission. A quick response as we conclude. I'll go right round the table.
Yeah, Mahila might be the Mamta Banerjee may have actually tried to appeal to Mahila section by giving her Lokhir Bhandar, as she calls it, this similar sort of thing, a dole, which is being given in income support or call it whatever you want to. But against that, you also have in Bengal the most horrific record of continuous rapes and state indifference towards that. Now, the challenge before the BJP is to say, she's trying to bribe you, she's trying to woo you, but if you look at your larger future, if you want to look at the larger narrative of Bengal, if you want to look at the larger progress of Bengal, do you trust somebody with a track record, or do you someone who's led Bengal up the garden path for the past 15 years? Now, this is a question of narrative. As far as the money incentives are concerned, I think every government will give that. And sooner or later, it'll stop being called freebies. It'll be called income support.
Okay. Neerja Choudhury, the big national picture seems to be, as we said at the outset, the BJP is India's party number one, unquestioned. Mr. Modi is the supreme leader. But do you believe, therefore, that the opposition has an opportunity in 2026? It's actually do or die for the opposition. The 2026 will tell us whether the BJP has gone from being dominant to almost hegemonical. Do you agree?
Yes, it could be. If they lose these states where the BJP does not, apart from Assam, Kerala, it should be a given for the Congress. In Tamil Nadu, whether it's the DMK coming back, of course, the BJP is a partner of the ADMK, but whether they can actually make it with Vijay, actor Vijay now, of course, is weakened. It's a very interesting scenario in Tamil Nadu. But if they allow that opportunity to slip out of their hands, yes, the BJP, then you have Uttar Pradesh, you have Punjab, you have Gujarat. Punjab BJP will not be a factor in 2027, but UP and Gujarat, of course. And therefore, yes, you can have BJP moving to that hegemonic position. I would agree with that. But one quick word on the women, the other point that you have raised. I believe, yes, the Nitish module of money to Mahila is now going to be emulated by every incumbent chief minister, no matter which party they belong to, in order to turn anti-incumbency to pro-incumbency, so as to say empowered. Now, whether it's wrong to do it 2 hours before the model code of conduct kicks in, but suppose they do it 3 months in advance, or they do it 6 months before. What is wrong with empowering women, giving them money so that they can have a tailor, they can have a vegetable shop? It gives them a sense of dignity. Rajdeep, I was shocked this time to go back to a village I had gone to 45 years ago and to discover that the Musahar women, who are at the bottom of the Dalit heap, the 2011 census put their female literacy rate at 1.5%. 1.5% in today's India. So what are we talking about? We have to empower the women
I
of
take
India.
your point. We will have a separate, ma'am, we will have a separate debate on this Mahila factor. But I have just a minute left. Ashutosh, Swapan didn't answer that question directly when I posted about the capture of the state. Do you really maintain that the opposition can get by now by simply targeting the election commission on vote chori? Is that campaign really working, this constant name calling, or are they going to have to shift their strategy? They cannot, after we are losing an election, blame the election commission every time, because that means you're evading accountability. A quick answer.
See, Rajdeep, I think there is no doubt about it that there is a capture of institution. There is absolutely no doubt about it in my mind. Because we are forgetting in the ecosystem, in the environment in which the opposition is working today. You remember, just before the parliament election, 2 sitting chief ministers were arrested and the Congress account was seized. Where at the one end of the spectrum, the BJP is flush with crores and crores of money, unaccounted money, nobody knows. And where is the whole pipeline for the of money for the opposition is squeezed. They do not even have money even to go properly and contest elections.
Right.
So, within this system. And then ED, CBI, police sword is hanging over them. They are fighting to save their political parties, their candidates. Now, within this framework, it's easy to criticize opposition that opposition is not doing anything. But we have to understand in the environment opposition is working. This is not a democratic environment in which elections are to be fought. This is basically an authoritarian system in which democracy has been made to work.
Okay, so I want to give Raj the final word. Are we a democracy in recession? The more the BJP perhaps wins, the more we hurtle towards elected autocracy, is what critics of the Modi-Shah election machine suggest? Or do you believe that's an exaggeration, or as the BJP says, sour grapes?
I think it's unfair to them. Okay, they have won elections.
Playing field at all?
Look, every ruling party will do what it has to do, but let's give them credit where it's due. They have won their elections, and we can't say all of them were rigged or fixed. So let's give them that. I'll just make 2 quick points as a conclusion. One, let's not think that the Indian woman was just influenced by this 10,000 rupees. There has been a history of women's development in Bihar, and Nitish, all credit to that. There have been tremendous amount of self-help groups across the country. And I think whatever they're doing on that front is very, very important. My second point is this, that the elections, fair enough, you could get the arithmetic right and whatever it is, but I come to my original point. I think the economy is going to matter next year. We have seen the kind of stress that the economy is in terms of exports. A lot of sectors are hit badly. How they turn this around, whether they reach a deal with the US and other countries and bring the whole economy, the entire global order has been disrupted. Economic things that we did in the past have gone. So I feel the economy is going to be the key that will determine 2026 elections as well.
Having said that, many believe that there is now a fundamental disjunction between even economics and politics in terms electability sometimes has little to do sometimes with the state of the economics. There are a number of other factors now at play, some of which, of course, we've raised in the last hour, but it's all